all in shadow.
Yeah, it is all in shadow. Okay, that seems
You
to be
gotta
doing
forgive us. This is our first time shooting a video on this patio.
Yeah,
Well, in about 12 years. But...
Exteriors may be difficult.
Oh
Anyway,
boy, okay.
we'll go back to here and we'll find things.
Gotta even that up.
Oh, I'm telling you.
All right.
It's entirely true.
I'm glad you have the computer because I can't see a thing because it's so bright over here.
Awfully bright. But definitely.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, okay, just trying to find us in the list here. Must be under videos, I think. There we go. See everything. See everything that's happening. What do we got? Ah, thank you so much, my lovely companion. Boom.
So,
Prosit.
and happy Cinco de Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
That's better. Okay.
Oh, that's so nice.
Welcome to our patio.
Yes.
It's a work in progress.
Welcome, bienvenue.
We'll gonna get a margarita in us and take a little tour.
I think it's a fine idea. Oh, getting buzzed over here.
Hornets.
Yeah, well, they're around. You know what they do? They tend to like.
I bet they like margaritas.
I think they do because they're very sweet. You know, it's not the booze, but it's all that stickiness. You know, curacao, triple sec. There you go. They get attracted to that, but they also get attracted to flowers for pollination purposes. And I think they eat pesky bugs like all those damned aphids. As far as I'm concerned, eat them all.
Did you find us?
No, I didn't actually. Hold on, I want to find us. I want to find us. Why is this so hard?
You'll see the video. You'll see the video and then just click on it.
I'm looking. It wasn't in the list. I went to all videos, and
no, just go to our page. Just go to the Velveteen Kitchen page.
I swear, this just never
it's
works
like,
for me.
It's every week. It's like we've never done this before.
I set this thing up. I preset it. I'm looking. Here, we finally popped up. Bang.
Whew.
Thanks,
okay.
Facebook.
Well, if anyone's still here.
They are.
Hi.
Hello, Stuart.
Hello.
Hello, Bob. Mr. Cripes. Bob's here.
Hello.
Alan, hello.
Thank you for joining us.
And Alan says, my wife Elizabeth and I love you guys. Love you right back.
Thank
Happy
you.
Cinco to you, senor.
Appreciate that.
But definitely do have Jeremy. We have Daniel.
Hello.
We have Gregory.
Hello.
We have
Oh my
Holly.
gosh, this is so fun.
Hey, Marky. How you doing?
Hey. Oh, hi.
You want to come by? Well, you can't do that.
We could give you a socially distant margarita.
I'll put this on the front steps. Just take it away. Done. You know? Clinky drinky.
Salute again. Yeah, if you come over, we'll stay 6 feet away, wear a mask, and we'll leave a margarita for you.
It's been done. Marky provided us with some nice papers back there. You may see some of them.
See
I think you're going to
soon.
see some of them. Yeah. And oh, hi, Perry. Hey.
Hello.
Haven't seen you in some time. Glad to see you.
Wonderful to see you. So, this is our first time shooting out here, and as you can see, the lighting is a bit uneven. Yeah. Live and learn.
Well, you know, it's all sunlight. It's very bright. I don't have a cloud in the sky. It is 5:05 Eastern Daylight, and that is like hitting us right there.
Yep.
Like I guess I'm looking due west, right on, and that is definitely like getting us at this angle. I'm a bit shaded because we had the reading back of me, but you're kind of getting it straight on. So there you go. Oh well, you know what? This just looks like a
pale
patio.
face,
Boom,
but
boom, boom.
I don't know. Maybe we'll switch places after this, and you can be in the sun, and I can be in the shade. We have so many options.
Hello, John. Hello, Nancy. Hey, Bill.
Hi. Hello,
Happy
everyone.
Cinco de Mayo, senor.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. This is actually not full. I'm sad to say. It has another round in there for us, but...
Well, was this one round?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe
I've
this
never
was
used these cups before.
These are tossware. We actually demoed these on the show a while back.
Yep.
They're designed to be used and tossed, but tossed recycled because they're made out of like peat.
Yep.
The same stuff pop bottles are. So they're very easily recycled. I think this is number one or number two plastic. Yeah.
I don't have a lot of plastic cups. Now that we have a patio.
They're pretty flexible. Like a lot of the plastic cups that are like that were designed to be tossed, right? Are fairly brittle.
Allergies.
And because they're made out of like styrene, so they're kind of junk. They're really not much, but these you could actually use these for a while until they crack.
Well, and the funny thing about them is they come with a little divot on the bottom so that you can. Can I have that Kleenex I gave you, please? God, the allergies are driving me nuts.
That's why we stow these things.
I'm just like, so anyway. Hold on.
They have a little, there is a little divot there.
And you can add a stem to the bottom.
You can add a stem. You can also like stack them and like together in your drawers so they actually don't fall over the place.
They're actually not paying us to sell this, but I thought they were cool. I was kind of impressed. But
they've literally never paid us, although they provided some tossware.
Well, they gave us these.
That was a sponsored show. This is not a sponsored show. We just
Yeah,
happen to
no,
be
this-
using these again.
This is
But
nice.
I recommend the product. We saw these at some function, and it was like a wine goblet shape. It was actually really great.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was all trash, so I just went away with a few of those.
We don't have
and
the stems,
I kinda
which
kept
is
them
why I
around.
didn't
Yeah.
put stems on them. But
I
anyway,
think we have them somewhere.
we got that. We got that covered.
Yeah, they're fun. They're actually, they make a really nice champagne flute if you have the
Yeah,
stems on them,
yeah.
or a stemless champagne or wine, a white wine perhaps. And since we have something that's a little lighter, this is very sensible.
Margarita's going down kind of fast.
I'm telling you. Hello,
Guess
Andrew.
I was thirsty. Hi.
I think you're kind of in the land of Cinco de Mayo right there, but definitely. And if you're not enjoying one of these, maybe you should.
Well, I won't tell you what to drink, but
No, it's up to you. It's up to you. Bright and sunny in Central Cali. 100 by
Oh.
Friday. Wow.
Wow.
We've got a balmy, probably about 55 here.
I can't check my phone because
Feels
it's powering this broadcast.
Warmer. That's
But,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have taken my phone out for that purpose, but whatever. I can check on here, I guess. Feels warmer than that right now. Once the sun goes down, it's going to be kind of cool. But I tell you, we're going to show you something where it gets much hotter than that during the day. Yeah.
Our sun bubble.
The sun bubble.
It's so
Woohoo!
exciting.
It's fun. One
We've
of these,
had plants in there for
4 days?
and no animals have eaten them yet because they're in the bubble.
They're in the bubble.
So
it's
I'm
kind
kind
of
of
hard to get in
enjoying this because usually we have everything. We live in the middle of a city. We're not even remotely rural, and we have every animal that could come
You
eat.
take
our
your
we have
pick.
bears
You have spotted bears on the avenue. No
on
question.
our completely residential street. There's
Just walking
bears
around the
walking
street.
down the street.
Joe,
Yep.
you know. Squirrels, oh yeah. We have
Oh God.
we have enough squirrels that they could actually probably provide meals to people, and maybe these days they are. I don't know.
Groundhogs.
Groundhogs are all over the damn place.
Rabbits.
Rabbits we've seen.
Heard of foxes? I haven't seen any foxes,
Feral
but I've
cats
heard,
have heard foxes. Possums. I've seen possums in our compost
deer.
getting drunk off of old lime shells.
We really did have a drunk possum.
Yeah, we did. He
In our
was
compost.
pretty stoned.
Yeah.
Deer like all the time.
Oh, yeah.
People are talking about, wow, I spotted a deer. Well, I'm like, yeah, after about all of like
Yeah,
9
me too.
p.m. gets dark out there, you'll see them. They'll be
Oh,
out there,
yeah.
and they're all over the damn place. If they're awfully dear, they're awfully cute, etc., etc. If they just kept like mowing my front bushes, that would be fine. But they like to get back here and start eating things. And they're
Eating things that we
not
don't want them
going to eat my
so-
tomatoes.
Hence the sun bubble.
We've actually planted tomatoes for the second time. This one kind of intentionally, and we intend for them to come up nicely and use them.
Yep.
I think I'll slice them thin and put them on pizza. Now you're talking.
I guess we should catch up.
Yes,
Did
Class.
we ever show up on YouTube?
I'm going to check that in a second. It was really sluggish coming up here on the Facebooks. If you are on YouTube and I
The
have not
Facebooks.
acknowledged you, give me a moment. I'm going to get back to it. It is always really, really draggy. I don't know what it is. But we're broadcasting both places, so you can tune in wherever you like. If anybody from my work is watching, hi, folks.
Hi.
I actually announced that
Say hi.
for the first time, and I am glad if you could join us and see this lovely little place that we call home. And if it inspires you to things, I know that Juan today was actually, I mentioned, what do I recommend? Move to the suburbs, because you have this.
His mother
What you
likes
need
to
to-
tell people what they should do.
You know what you should do is.
You know what you should do? You
You know what
should
do.
you should go to school and study this one particular thing.
We have a few more recent.
I hope it seems like it's still going, but anyway,
Hmm.
yeah, it's
Maybe that was a blip, and I hope it does. Intermittent internet problems. Look, everybody's home. Everybody's using the internet like mad. You got these. My neighbors are probably gaming up a storm. I don't know.
they're
Whatever.
probably wondering what we're doing because they're on their back patio.
Yeah, what are you doing over there? Come on by. No, you can't do that. So, what the
I'll leave
heck?
you a margarita if you stay 6 feet away.
Perry says it seems very warm for New York. It is.
It's lovely right now. I have my.
Drop.
I don't really need my sweater, but I know that like as the sun drops, I will. But it's beautiful here right now.
I'll put it this way: it's slightly higher than I might expect for early May, But I do expect these temperatures. It's not like it's 80 degrees out right now, or even 70 something.
Although
It's
it was on
50s.
the weekend.
It's kind of like, it's more like San Fran weather a lot of like, during the summer, where you're like, oh, it's California, but it's actually it's more like 50s, 60s, and it gets very, very chilly after hours. It will do that here too, but it's marvelous here right now.
It's
The
great.
massive sun happening right now is like abundanza. I will take that.
I know.
Definitely.
It's just making our plants so happy. They're
I'll
in a
take it.
sauna. That sun bubble is a sauna. I can see why
Pretty great.
Frosty melted.
Kind of great.
I've never had a greenhouse before, but
I can
I
see.
get why Frosty
can see
melted.
Fun. We have lights.
Oh yeah.
We can make that happen.
Well, we brought one out, and it didn't really help.
Didn't make a
so-
difference. I got bright sun happening there. That's all the torch I
So
need.
we could set up lights.
If we do after hours, we'll throw some lights up, and we'll throw some color lights. We'll throw up the like the Christmas lights. I have some chili pepper lights in there that are
Oh.
fantastic. They're a lot of fun.
Are they working?
Mhm.
They're not burnt out.
Not burned out yet.
Well,
Hi,
good to
Kelly
know.
P. Oh, aloha.
I'm so happy
Fantastic.
so many people could make it.
I hope you are on your back patio, because I've seen pictures, and boy, does that look
Yeah.
like a great little footprint to just pour a couple of these and say, life is good. And honestly, right now, I'm going to say, life is crazy. Life is
Life is
kind of turned
crazy.
upside down for a lot of things, but we're maintaining, and we're maintaining well. We're sourcing ingredients in places we haven't done before. We're doing crazy things like cutting dandelion heads and figuring out what to do with them.
I know.
And we're about to make yogurt. So, like, these things, what it is.
What have I been making? I made crackers because we were out of crackers. I've been afraid to go to the supermarket because I hear stories, disturbing stories about our supermarket. I think we will be going this week because it's a long story. But anyway, I wanted crackers and I didn't want to go to the supermarket, so I made crackers. I found the recipe on the King Arthur website. They're good. They're really good, actually.
They're excellent. Those cheese crackers, they're like,
I made.
it's like
what else did I
the
make?
kind of the same flavor as those cheese straws that are popular,
Yeah,
but probably less work. So
they're not.
Yeah.
They're pretty darn easy.
Yep,
and
they're
I
pretty
made.
easy.
What else did I make? Applesauce. But I've made applesauce before.
Okay, so we actually are live on YouTube finally. I'm
Okay.
going to say that with emphasis, finally, because this platform doesn't do me
So
too
bitter.
many favors. But here we are. We'll still use it because of the price, right?
So bitter.
And who do we have? We have Lauren. Hello, mahalo to you.
Hello.
Absolutely. And we have somebody called Bebop J. Oh, that must be John.
Hello. I know who that is.
That's a man who can play some pretty hard bebop. I'm gonna give a shout out. His solos are pretty awesome. Trumpet player, absolutely. Wish you could see the man play. Pretty awesome. And he's noting so the sun bubble is the cone of silence for plants. Yes,
It really is.
absolutely.
They love so
Max.
far. I mean, knock on wood. They love it.
I tell you, Chief, I really think we should use the cone of silence. Oh, Max.
I mean, I planted them, and then like 2 days later, I went out and like these plants are bigger. So I don't know. Like I'm not a gardener. You'll see how much I'm not a gardener
Yeah,
in a little while. But although I suppose we should walk around while it's still light.
I can check stuff.
You'll see how much I'm not a gardener. But that bubble, man, it just does half the work for you.
Now, Satellite is noting that Tupperware pitcher. Still
Oh yeah,
wishes had one of those. Pardon me.
yeah.
That was my mother's, I believe, and I think she had two of those.
Yeah, we took them both.
There was one in orange and one in sort of a taupe color. She was very fond of that kind of color, and I got to say, orange,
His mother loved an earth tone.
avocado, better colors for these sort of things. And of course, they always occurred. And this is made out of polyethylene. It is basically indestructible. You would have to like drop a hot cinder in there and melt it through to be like, oh, I killed the Tupperware. Well, why the hell did you do that? You know?
I particularly like it for outside because it has a lid.
Mhm.
Because I was going to use this other picture that's very cute and a little bit smaller and no lid, and I just thought,
Awesome.
oh nope.
It's gonna
No.
drive the bees as we get
Yeah,
into
just
like.
margarita full of bees.
As we had yellow jackets, and they'll just land in it and drown, and you're like, I've got dead bees in my margarita. What am I?
Ask
talking
us how we know.
about?
Yeah.
They're attracted to sweet stuff. Oh yeah, bless them. You know, they actually, like I
Bless
said,
their hearts.
bless their little bee-picking hearts. They do go and eat a lot of bugs on your plants, and they pollinate things. So, like,
Just making sure we're still live.
I just need to keep them away from, people. That's generally speaking.
Yeah, we seem like we're doing it.
Hey, John's on here too. Awesome.
You know what? I hope this is our first time doing this. Have I mentioned that? I hope as we walk around, we don't kill the Wi-Fi.
It's a little far from the router, so we'll see what happens, folks. But definitely.
Okay,
hey.
when we go over to the sun bubble, if this broadcast dies, we'll start it again. So come back if you want.
Please.
If
we happen to have to kill this one, we go with what? Yeah, whatever. We also have Tim. Hello, John. Hello. Yolanda. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Dave.
Hello.
Dave is simply checking dandelion wine.
Oh yeah, I chopped a bunch of dandelions yesterday, and then I saw more today.
When the going gets tough, the tough turn to weed. What weed? Oh, dandelions. You take that and you make wine out of it. There you go.
Although Paul has been making his own hard cider by buying unpasteurized cider and leaving it out on the counter.
And you let it sit, and the natural yeast takes over and goes, hello, because there's a lot of sugars in there.
Which is actually really good.
Crazy, and then you end up with this fizzy cider. It's not very alcoholic. It's like, it comes out like 2 or 3%. It's kind of a weak beer, really.
It tastes good.
But it tastes great. It dries out the cider. It's not as sweet. It's awesome. That comes from our local cider mill, which does also produce hard cider, and their hard cider is excellent. Absolutely fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I recommend you find your local cider mill and your local brewery and your local winery and certainly your local distillery, because by now all of you have them. Like, you could live in New York City and all Brooklyn is producing all this bourbon. What? When I lived in Brooklyn, there wasn't any Brooklyn bourbon.
I know. When I lived in Brooklyn, there was none of that.
Been a long time since those days. I'm just saying. I swear.
Right. We're still counting.
So here we go. That's good. Yeah, I think it's still here.
We did put Paleface Girl in the sun. Like, I should have worn a hat.
Well, apparently YouTube is slow. That's why John had to move to Facebook.
Oh,
hey, look,
yeah.
if one of these platforms craps out, go to the other. We are on as many as we can be on right now. And we will potentially add some in the future.
Apparently, we're on Vimeo too. Although,
oh yeah. If you actually have Vimeo,
actively
check it out.
neglect Vimeo, so sorry if you're watching on Vimeo.
What about Vimeo?
I actively neglect.
Oh
Vimeo.
Well, that's nothing against Vimeo. They do what they do. They do a very good job too, I think. I would be much more active if conditions changed. I mean, it all depends.
If we had any followers on Vimeo, I would care. But...
Well, we work with these two platforms because of what we got. Here we go. And boom, 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 boom. Well, hello, Stephanie.
Hi.
Hello. And Jenny. Hello.
Hello.
Hope you're still here. I'm just still catching up on stuff.
All right, I'm getting a little hot.
Well, how about that? Amy is actually name-checking murder hornets. Look it up.
I know.
It's suddenly a thing.
Oh, murder! Yeah.
Homicidal hornets, from the Far East, coming there to they're these
hornets.
Huge things that will sting things to death with deadly venom. I think it's apparently an issue right now in the Pacific Northwest. And wow, sorry, that's obviously where these things came in off the ship. And if this becomes a real problem, then we're obviously going to have to do some things. I think the real problem right now is that they love to eat honeybees. Oh, that's a problem because we need to pollinate plants. So as far as I'm concerned, all the murder hornets can go the way of the stink bugs.
Although I read something the other day that said murder hornet. This isn't good news if you're one of the people they kill, but apparently they kill something like 50 people a year
in Japan.
So it's not as though they're just out there
huge
mass
problem. It doesn't sound like, you remember in the 70s, killer bees, they were going to come up from Brazil and kill us all. That didn't quite happen.
In Search of.
There
was an In Search of episode that we watched recently about killer bees.
Do we need to actually do an In Search of episode of this show?
Yes.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll do that Thursday.
Maybe that's it. Weird science.
Thursday's live video, In Search of Leonard Nimoy.
Things I love from childhood, I gotta tell you. So we were gonna say hi to Monica and John.
Hello.
Hey, Phil.
Hi.
Hola, Cinco de Mayo. Oh, yes. Look at that.
My gosh.
Look at that.
All right, refills.
All right, this is stupid.
Refills.
Not the drinks, and not the fact that I had drink left, but the fact that I had that much drink left. Please, get it going.
You know what? I took off my
Where you been, John? Ginny's been here for hours.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
if you local friends want a margarita for Cinco de Mayo, you got to let us know and leave it
I'll be glad to drop it.
on our
We have
steps.
Other tossware that we could actually donate to the cause.
We can't drive anywhere because we've been having margaritas, but
Not right now.
we could
No.
make you one and leave it outside.
Yep.
But let us know, because otherwise we're not going to do that.
Suggestions. Jeremy says we should do a DIY alcohol episode. Well,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
legally in the United States right now, you can brew all you want, beer and wine, all over the place. You cannot legally distill. So if you do
But you can illegally distill.
distill, it will be illegally, and I will say, "Shame on you! You're breaking the law." And I will, in the same sentence, say, "And by the way, do you have some of that? Because I'd like to try
Bring
it."
it over here.
Yeah, wouldn't mind. But you can brew all sorts of things. Brewing beer is really pretty easy.
But
You can do it with the stuff you have in your kitchen right now and some yeast.
you can make liqueur.
Now, you can also, a very important thing, without doing any fermentation processes, you can take a clear 80 proof liquor, and we're going to call that like a clear rum
Vodka or clear rum.
Yeah, you don't have to be like 150 proof, none of that sort of stuff. 80 proof stuff works
Although
just
if
fine.
you do,
Yeah, well, I don't know what is that, but like any of those sorts of things, just a clear liquor, so you have a neutral base, right? And you can infuse things in there. You can also make your own syrups pretty easily.
oh yeah,
You're
See,
going to
we're gonna
have
do
to
this.
source
He's right.
this stuff. You
He's
might
right.
have to walk into a store, wear your mask, all sort of thing. But if you're like, I can't find passion fruit syrup, go to your grocery, do the supermarket sweep really fast, get the hell out of there.
Don't give away all of our ideas. We're going to do this episode.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. Go to the frozen aisle there. Go find the ethnic products. I think Goya is a very good word to use there.
International.
And you will find things like passion fruit pulp in a package, and it costs like $3. And if you combine that 1-to-1 with sugar syrup, you have the best passion fruit syrup ever made.
So good.
Now you can make tropicals. Boom, done.
So good. One of the things we have to go to the supermarket for is fresh ginger, because that is just one thing we have not been able
That
to
was
source
impossible.
from the farm stores.
This is crazy. I can't get fresh ginger. I wanted to make ginger syrup. Done. Out of there.
But so
Forget
I guess
it.
we'll just try the supermarket and hope for the best.
Thank you, Satellite. Yep. Awesome. Vimeo killed the radio star. Hello, Todd.
Hello.
Oh, Jeremy's watching us via the telegraph. I'm actually working the spark gap transmitter right now, which means I'm killing my neighbor's, FM radio. Kind of a shame. Oh, well.
So we're definitely doing In Search Of on Thursday. I think that's hilarious. I'm already, like, my mind is already thinking, like, Bermuda Triangle drinks.
John remembers the killer bees.
Oh, yeah, the killer bees. We have the perfect record to put behind us.
I think we do. Yeah, I'm not even going to say
Bermuda
it.
Triangle.
You watch. It's
crop
going to happen.
circles. Crop circles.
Crop circles. Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
Oh, that means I do have the perfect record to put behind us. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. It's going to happen. There you go.
I think I know.
We have happy Cinco de Mayo from Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl.
Oh, happy
Another
Cinco
Ohana
de
person.
Mayo
So glad to see you. It's fantastic.
I was about to say we have a little chimney right over here
Whoa.
that we could light up
If it gets cold,
if it
I'm lighting
gets
it.
chilly. But someone already has. Someone around here has a fire going. Smell that?
Oh, yeah.
Either
Oh, yeah.
that or their house is
Yep.
burning down.
I have been using the chimney as a place to burn logs so that we stay warm. But also, it's got a long neck to it because it's a chimney. And I've been using it as a Chinese oven. And the Chinese oven is a sort of a unique thing that, well, it's a Chinese thing, right? That's how you actually smoke
The
meats.
Chinese oven is a Chinese
It's a Chinese thing, right?
In case
But-
you were wondering.
But why do we know about the Chinese oven? Because of Trader Vic. We actually pioneered the Chinese oven. And you go to a Trader Vic's, they have those. And if you go to the Mai Kai in Florida,
yeah,
they've
you
got
can like
them
watch the
And you can watch
there's
them
like a window
basically
so you can see it.
smoking your lamb right there. And that's just
Oh.
amazing. Or the duck. Maybe I think it was the duck I got. Yeah. It's just incredible. It's amazing. And I've been doing this, and the instructions to this thing say, don't cook food in here. I'm like, yeah,
Right.
whatever. Come on. Desperate times. And it's just incredible. It's great.
Don't
And
cook food in here; it'll be too good.
yeah. You will not want to eat anything else. Look, when we cook, when I wood, I go across the street. I find a bunch of dead stuff that fell. It's easy. If we need to smoke, I find some charcoal briquettes and throw it in there. Boom, boom, boom.
Speaking of going across the street.
Well, somebody in Linda Patterson joined.
Hello.
Hello.
So speaking of going, call it a copse of trees across the street. What do you call
a stand of trees?
A stand of
Maybe
trees.
It's a copse. It could be.
I don't know. Of trees across the street.
They're trees.
And
hey, Josh.
We saw this guy in there. We were driving.
I don't think I've seen you here before, Josh. Awesome.
Hello.
I believe you are well. I haven't taken a look at this in a while. Are you still serving up at Ventiki? Because at the time you were.
Oh yeah.
And man, your work is moi. Just gotta tell you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So anyway, across the street.
No, across the street.
We were driving home, and we see this guy over there, and he looks like the dude. And he's
the dude, like from that movie, right?
Digging and stuff, and we're like, is he foraging? Because that field is and stuff.
Oh, it's a bad place to be in the summer.
Yeah, but he seemed like he was foraging, and it turns out he might be our neighbor. So. I
think he is. John, if you're still here, I think you are. The dude looks an awful. He's foraging for things in the ground, and I'm looking. I'm like, it's John Cage.
So we've started calling him John Cage. I don't know what his name is, but we've started calling him John Cage.
My neighbor's John Cage. He's over there collecting mushrooms.
Out here, so I'm a little afraid to go into the sun bubble, but we got to go into the sun bubble.
We got to do it. It's warm in there too.
So if we lose our broadcast, we'll start another one.
We'll see what we do. But definitely. Cheryl says perhaps we could do an Ohana convoy. Just a massive drive-bys. Everyone's home.
I love that idea.
It's sort of a separated, distant room crawl.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny.
A socially distant road trip.
But
although we're in New York, and we keep hearing stories about how if people from New York drive into other states, people start threatening them and honking at them and stuff, and the troopers pull them over. And I'm like, I don't need that in my life.
Excuse me, son. What are you doing in this state? It sounds like everybody's suddenly in the deep south. What you doing here, son? I'm the hell out of here.
I know. It's like, you need to quarantine for 14 days. It's like, I'm not staying.
Not going to happen.
So, I don't know.
Pat is actually thinking of Paul cooking the Barbie. Oh, yeah, that's over there. We moved it. It used to be in back of me, and now it's over there on the deck, and it's actually a pretty good location. I'm happy with that. I have not grilled Spam on there yet, but it will happen.
He just got a 12-pack of Spam in the mail.
We ordered, she found but only a 12-pack, and I thought, we'll use it.
It was a good price. I didn't get ripped off. But...
No, it's a great price. But definitely.
Man.
I think we got a 12-pack of Spam. We got a 12-pack of pineapple. Did we get that yet or no?
No, I cancanceled the order for the pineapple when I realized you could buy it at Walgreens.
But we do have a 12-pack of the pickled jalapenos. All I need is a 12-pack of the King's Hawaiians, and we are ready to roll.
Oh, yeah.
As Phil says, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But definitely.
We still have some pineapple in
we
the
still
fridge.
have some.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do. Hello, Monk. Glad to see you.
We could do Spam sliders tonight.
Okay, so the actual flavor of Spam is Spam. All we could get was the regular flavor. But here's the thing: if all you can get is the standard.
No, I'm about to
amend.
Set you straight.
Yep.
You could get a 12-pack of a variety of flavors, but it was a lot more money.
You know what? Whatever.
There's a gigantic bee over there.
Busy bee.
Can you hear that?
I hear it.
It is so loud. That is one big bee.
Well, the bees are welcome. They pollinate things. I'm good with it.
As long as it doesn't sting me, it's all good.
Hey, it's just like that animated feature, The Point. Harry Nilsson. Anybody remember that one? There's that whole thing where they meet the tree, and the tree guy is like, "Hey man, what are you doing goofing with the bees? Don't goof with the bees."
Going near it.
I kind of think to myself, I would keep bees because you could have honey and things, and they pollinate things. That would be awesome.
I don't know.
But it involves a lot of equipment I don't own, so I'm not about to do that. But if you want to keep bees, go to town.
I might have been okay with that idea before the Killer Bees episode of In Search of.
Well, the killer bees fizzled in the 80s because they didn't actually kill all of us, and here we go. Whatever. Pat says, Kelly looks gorgeous. Hello.
Thank you.
But definitely. And we have Sandra saying, what is spam made of? Do we want to know? All right, well, I got a good idea. I'm going to go grab a can of spam, and I'll tell you what it's made of. Hi, Les! Oh my God, we've got Australia here.
Hello.
Awesome.
I guess we should go live on Tuesday more often.
She down under there. Rocking.
Well, I'm going to trade places with you because there's still a ton of sun over here, and I won't be able to see a thing.
So
I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Hand it to me and we'll see.
Well, I'm going to check YouTube first. Oh, and we have some other people here, finally.
Hello.
Hello, Bombshell. Glad to see you.
Hi.
Hello, Amanda. Mr. Tejas.
Oh.
Would love a Loco Moco. Well.
Oh my gosh. We could almost do that. I don't, not tonight, but we'd have to pull that together, but.
I have eggs. I can make gravy. We do not have burger.
I think we have some rice made, don't we?
No, but we can make rice easily.
I thought we had rice made.
Why don't you respond to people?
All right,
there we
go.
See.
Okay.
Just so you do.
All right, I can read this.
Mm-hmm.
I can read this. Okay.
Be right back.
Hello, everyone. Oh my gosh. Bring booze.
Bring booze.
Bring tequila. Yeah, this picture. Actually, there's a lot in there. So, all right. Here's me finding your comments. Spam light. We've had. Hello, Lewis. We've had spam light. Apparently, there's. Well, a friend of ours posted. I'm still live. Okay. Our picture froze up. Someone's working on vegan spam. I don't know, but apparently it's in the works. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Okay, so yeah, he went in for a can. That bee is huge. If you see me jump up, it's because that bee buzzed me. I'm kind of a wimp about these things. All right. It's getting close. It's moving in. It's moving in on me. Okay. This is a city girl living in the suburbs. I'm like, no, there are bees. I feel like we do need to get in the greenhouse, though, before the light goes down, because otherwise you're not going to be able to see anything. You know, he went into the house for a can of spam. He's going to be in there for like 10 minutes trying to find something else. Hi, Keith. Thank you for joining us this evening. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Okay. I had not thought that we would stoke up the grill and do that this evening, but who knows? Turn down the birds. Oh, I know. This is how I know. Thank you. Oh, hi, Jen. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah, the birds. We have a lot of birds here, too. I was saying earlier, we have a lot of wildlife. We have deer, bears, foxes, and we are in the middle of a city. We are not at all rural. Groundhogs are coming out any day now. Rabbits, squirrels are just here all year long. And the birds. And lately the birds start chirping in the mornings. So if I wake up and it's still dark, I know it's morning because I hear the birds. Hello, Michelle. And Janice, hi. Oh, thank you, Janice. Yeah, this is new for us, our patio. we have a tiki room that's our enclosed porch, and usually that's where we've always hung out on the warm days. But it seems like we might be spending a lot of time at home this summer, so we thought we should probably get the outdoors up to snuff too, because we might be spending a lot of time here. So we've started some plants, and I do not have a green thumb, so we'll find out. I think we should go over and look at the plants. We need two of us though, one to hold the phone and one to hold the camera. So, yeah, when Paul comes back, I told you he'd be in there for a while, didn't I? He goes in like, oh, I just gotta grab this can of Spam. He'll be in there for a minute. In the meantime, margaritas. So this is, oh, thank you, Pat. So my favorite margarita recipe, I didn't do salt on these because I'm not sure it would stick to plastic, but I did 2 ounces of reposado tequila, a half ounce Grand Marnier. You could use any orange liqueur, but I particularly like that. Half ounce of fresh lime juice, and I did a couple of dashes of old-fashioned bitters. And I gotta say, I'm enjoying it. Oh, oh, thank you. Like watching Romper Room for Adults, you know. I will take that as a compliment. Um, and I like the after dark idea. We're gonna need to get some food in us, so I hope he is grabbing that can of Spam. Um, I sort of hear him. There's a lot of banging happening inside the house, so I hope this is worth it. Okay. So anyway, all right. We don't seem to have hornets in our beverages yet, but give us time. So I saw this email from Imbibe magazine. Even if you don't subscribe to Imbibe, you can get their emails. And they had this idea for Palomas today that involved grapefruit. I couldn't tell if it was seltzer but it was from Fever Tree. I couldn't tell if it was soda or seltzer, but they were recommending it. Do you hear that? It's not just birds, it's also squirrels. We have chirpy squirrels over there. So, anyway. While Paul's away, tell us a secret about him. Well, he's back, but.
Well, so much for that.
This evening isn't over. Wait, what are you making?
You said bring more booze.
Well, we do still have a little bit more in here, but you can pour it in there as long as it's margaritas.
We'll actually do this. Actually, it is margaritas. We're going to. Actually, I'll pour the whole lot.
That bee? That bee is hanging out. Right.
Gotta tell you.
Ah! Oh, it's right over there. Oh.
Bumblebee.
I am anti getting stung.
Yeah, well, don't nettle the bees. You'll be fine. We're just checking
He
it out.
says so, but I'm not sure.
He's not finding anything there.
Right.
We'll put the lid on there and then filter that.
I'm good.
I thought it would do Margaritas.
Here, top me up.
Yeah.
Ah! Do you hear that? Do you see it? It's huge.
Have to have a Brooklyn right here.
Thank you. Okay, that's good.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Boom.
All right, I think we should go over to the sun bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh.
Agreed.
Hello, Sonia. Okay, so we're going to try. Okay, we are still live. We're going to try to go over and look in the greenhouse and hope we don't lose Wi-Fi. If we do lose Wi-Fi, we'll be back. So,
No worries.
We'll do another live broadcast. All right. Should I go unzip it?
I'll take care of it.
All right.
All right.
Gotta go unzip the sun bubble.
Should you monitor here or there?
Well, this is where we can see what the camera is doing.
Yeah.
We can leave this here. We'll respond to comments when we come back.
You can do that. That's very true. The truth is, whoever operates the camera should probably figure out what the camera is doing. So
Yeah, well, I could do that. I've done that before. I did that when Ken Fox and Vivica and Josh were on our live broadcast. So I did the camera and the phone at the same time.
do you want to display what's happening inside the sun bubble?
Sure.
Okay. So that means I have to wrangle a couple of
Hello,
things.
Heather, and hello, Paul. We're figuring out how to do this.
Move around.
Oh, I know, Sandra. Oh, Paul left the spam and came back with more booze. Paul left for spam and came back with more booze. Well, welcome to the Velveteen.
I tell you, I'll still address the whole spam situation.
Oh, yeah, Sandra
Not a big
doesn't
deal.
wear perfume. Yeah, good plan.
Yep.
Always put a little sugar in a small night bottle to draw the bees away from you. That's a great idea.
Okay.
It's Pat. All right, so go open the bubble. So, and there's a little tie there. You can use to tie it back. Oh, I know. It's like 100 degrees in the sun bubble. But that's okay. I like hot. All right.
Now, to make
Wish
this
us
work,
luck.
to make this work, I should probably just transport this entire business.
But you're going to do this too, right?
Yep, that's going to be a real.
Okay. You got to look on there. I did this last time. You got to look on there and also hold the camera.
The interesting thing is that's two-hand job, so I don't have a third hand for.
You said hand job. Anyway. If we lose our broadcast, we'll be back.
We'll try.
Wish us luck. All right. Let's do this. Okay.
Trying.
It's the sun bubble.
Our lovely host.
Let's go inside.
Would you like to check it out? I would love to check it out.
All right.
There we go.
Oh boy.
Wow, kind of humid in here.
Does the lens immediately fog up upon
Well,
entering?
probably. We're
Pretty warm in here.
about to find out, right?
So most of the plants are on the ground right now because we ordered a plant stand, which isn't here yet.
It's getting here.
And then we're going to order another plant stand from a friend, but, you know, we have to be able to pick it up. So
Always true.
over here we have, okay, well, first we've got the marjoram
Mhm.
and the sage, basil, and carrots, which just sprouted from carrot tops.
And we decided to try to grow. Also, you planted some dandelion seeds in here.
They have not come up yet.
It's all in the compost, and we'll see what happens. Dandelion seeds are completely free.
Can you see the water dripping? Can you see the water dripping from the bubble?
Possibly.
Okay, so
It's very sweaty.
we call this Pepper Anderson Garden. These are all peppers.
We have in the front here what looks like a cayenne and serrano, which is lovely. And then we jalapeno and corino de toro. That's I believe stands for bullhorn. And then the back here we have Trinidad scorpion pepper, Carolina reaper pepper, and ghost chili.
Yep.
This we call Pain Corner. And we're going to see how pain that actually gets as it goes.
Woohoo!
But I'm daring, and
So
we've
wait.
grown these peppers, and they're really
We
great.
planted an onion in here, right? That was just sprouting.
Yeah, that was just sprouting. We throw it in, and it's doing what it does. And I don't know what happens. It looks pretty sad right now, but who knows? Could
The
get better.
mint is super happy in here.
Hello,
That-
Mai Tais.
That mint was tiny when we bought it, and now
It's getting
it's super happy.
pretty huge.
The rosemary, it's hanging in.
Rosemary's doing great. But
That time wintered over from last year. So
completely came back. Is
that had
pretty
snow
happy,
in it.
but definitely.
What is that, celery?
This is a celery top that started sprouting in the compost, and I threw it in the ground, and it's going crazy. I'm like, all right, make celery. Fine. And fennel. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, the tomatoes, which isn't impressive, except these tomatoes were not even, they were like way down here when we bought them. So, and that was like less than a week ago.
Yep.
And we got some cucumber here.
Doing some cucumbers because I like pickles.
Yeah.
They're literally designed to be small cucumbers so we can make pickles, and I think that's an awesome idea. People love fermented products. I love fermented products.
Well, you do. I don't know about people.
So
all right. So
this, of course, is the sun bubble. It is a big plastic dome that is put together like a tent. It's kind of easy, and it's really, really hot and humid in here.
Exactly.
So it keeps your stuff happy.
Well, and so the grill moved out to the deck.
As you can see.
I'm going to close up the sun bubble.
Bubble, bubble.
Done that.
Yeah, we're done with the sun bubble.
You could go over to Rhode Island Garden.
We can do that.
That's fun.
Oh, wait for the host, though.
Uh-oh.
It's kind of boring right now. We're trying to, like, get things going.
I'm trying to close up the sun bubble. You tied this weird knot. Okay, wait,
Yeah.
I got it. Okay. Okay. You're just like showing video of the grill.
Isn't that great, the grill? Yeah, it looks like nothing underneath here.
Okay.
Pretty awesome
right.
grill, though.
I got it.
Are you
Okay.
ready? Are you ready?
Yes. All right, so over here, gotta not trip over the pavers.
By the way, Marky,
Oh, boy.
pavers.
Do you hear all the bees? All of this lily from Paul's mother, from her garden, because she was a really great gardener, and
She did things for years. Absolutely.
and she lived in Rhode Island. So we call this Rhode Island Garden, and it's really like
And the irises are punching up right now. I really
no,
want
like
to go
3
crazy.
days. They're gonna be nuts. Look
Yep.
at that. Look at those blooms. That's coming in.
But deaf.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But it's coming in because I actually weeded this year, which I don't normally. But all right.
Yep.
Okay, we have witch hazel here.
The 2 trees behind me are, in fact, witch hazel, so we put in just for a little ground cover.
You've already seen the grill for a while.
A while. Oh.
Oh, that's fun over there. They there's a good story. Well, there's a boring story about that.
We have the bottom of a mannequin over there. Yeah.
So we
And
were
a card.
okay. We'll tell that. All right. So and then the
Flamingos.
Catnip.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
catnip
Mhm.
over here because we have cats that like to come to our yard.
There's some feral cats that kick around, and I wouldn't mind giving them a little nip from time to time.
Right. Are we still live?
As far as I know,
Do it.
I can't tell you what's happening on the laptop.
No, oh my gosh, our Wi-Fi hung in.
Didn't die.
Oh, okay.
die.
Well, turn it over there.
I'm
too.
getting a lot of, well, yeah, okay, so fine.
All right.
So, describe.
Okay, so this is kind of fun for me. Well, we chose marigolds because deer supposedly don't like them.
Supposedly.
And then this
Is
and that,
a free Rosa Sharon pear.
they were growing out of our compost.
So, what the heck?
Along with this. And we don't
Reappropriate.
even know what this is, but it was growing out of our compost.
I guess we'll
So-
figure it out.
We planted it, so
So, heck.
this is going to be one of those weird dumber gardens.
That'll be kind of interesting.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we'll find out. Well, I'll find out. You can bring that back over here if you want.
I have to reorient the camera because we're showing a lot of fence right now.
I know. Oh,
Yeah.
that bee is hanging around.
Kind of janky.
All right.
So,
Paula's here. Hello.
Well, hello.
Well, Paula was here anyway.
yeah, I
Hi, Bonnie.
She's still here.
And Sue. Oh my gosh, Sue says it's 103 there. Wow.
Whoa! Well, you're in the desert, so I'm not too
Okay,
surprised.
Yolanda says we're still live. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Trying to make it happen, folks.
Oh, Jeff, Stephen, hello.
Hello.
Oh. The bubble keeps the bugs away. Exactly.
Well,
The bugs, the
I
deer,
would be good if it kept the aphids away, but if it kept the pollinators away,
no, there was
let them in
a
there.
giant bee in there today.
Okay, so good.
Yeah, I was fine. I was like, yeah, you can stay.
What? We have Pittsburgh in the house? Whoa.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. So I'm just wait. Zoom out. Okay, wait. You hit the. There. Is that better? You hit the close up.
I did.
I think we had some odd shots in there, but you know what?
Well, it happens.
It's the Velveteen Lounge. We don't do perfection.
John hopes that our compost plants are legal. Compost is compost, my friend. No, distilling is a different matter.
Rose of Sharon.
Whoever wants to make his own bourbon these days is still breaking the law.
I did not grow up with plants. So there was a time we were in one of the box stores in the garden section, like 10 years ago. And I saw Rose of Sharon. I was like, wait, people buy a Rose of Sharon?
Why would you buy that?
It's just a junk plant.
They come free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here,
seriously.
it's a junk plant.
But definitely. Hey, Don's here. Hey.
Hello.
Our enemy.
Okay, so I think we had some weird shots there, but
We have like a different. The viewfinder and the camera are separated because that's the thing. Oh, I think I'm seeing that right now.
yeah, you don't.
Be a bit of a delay there on the YouTubes.
Oh no.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, but it's improved. Everybody says awesome. Hey, Jeff's here.
Hello.
Rockin'. Jeff, I need to discuss some certain items with you a little later. We'll take care of that, okay? Hey, Woody!
You've got business to do.
Oh, wow! We haven't seen Woody in a
Okay,
while.
Yeah.
We have some Woody art hanging on our
We
walls.
do.
Do you know Woody Miller? I think you should know Woody Miller.
Yep.
I'm just saying he is producing art at a rapid clip, and your tiki room needs it. That's all I gotta say. But definitely, yeah, we're looking good. Oh, and then Doug had to drop in. Production value is falling. Yes, of course. It's turning completely into garbage. Oh, that's a shame. This show used to be so good. Oh. Anyway.
The show used to be so good. I know. Whatever. I
Boom,
don't
boom, boom,
know.
boom, boom, boom.
I don't know.
Thank you, Jennifer. Look, we're trying in our backyard here with a camera viewfinder separated. We're just moving around, making it happen. Sunlight, that's all we got to go with right now.
Which is dipping. It has precipitously dipped.
10 minutes, I'm lighting that chimney up. There you go.
Precipitously dipped.
There you go.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
I'm not going to do that.
I wouldn't if I were you.
But this is our little footprint. We've had bands back here. We've had people completely rocking out. It's been kind of fun.
Yep.
Yeah. And we're going to keep doing that kind of thing when we can. We can't have bands back here right now. Well, I suppose they could play, but we'd have to be in the house.
Yeah.
But we'll try. We'll try what we can do. We're always trying to deliver you a interesting and fun experience during conditions that you did not expect.
No kidding.
Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh, the sun has dropped, but it's right in my eyes now.
It's literally getting very low, and there's nothing happening,
Oh boy.
but it's right in your face.
It's like the lower the sun gets, the more I need.
Hey, Lori.
Glasses. Hi.
Good to see you.
It's like a silence over there.
Mr. Tejas says, have either you ever been to the Kahiki in Ohio? And he says, before the demise.
No.
And, honestly, no, we never did. But I will tell you this much, sir. We were not actually hip to the Kahiki at the time that it was
No.
happening. And at the time that we were kind of hip, it was kind of not happening. So that was kind of a drag. But we figured out when we took a trip
It
west.
looks incredible.
You know, it looked fantastic.
Yeah.
It was really one of those gems that you rue that it has gone. But when we took a trip west and we went through Ohio, we decided to hit what we could, and we found out that the folks who were working at Hiki had established themselves in a little like strip mall, and they were serving the same food and drinks, etc. And that was called
Tropical. We have the menu on our wall.
Yeah, I got to take a look at that.
There.
I got to say, like, that was fantastic. The
I'm gonna go look.
food was great.
I'm gonna go look.
The cocktails were awesome. It was just a great little thing. It didn't look like anything, but they served so well. And eventually, Tropical Bistro, that was a joint. So, what can I say? Another place bites the dust because of life, but it was so great. It was a really fantastic place. The food was great. The drinks were great. The service was great. The location was not great. So it's kind of a shame. Maikai, maybe the closest to that yet. There's also...
Tropical Bistro.
Got it. I actually managed to preempt that, but thank you for figuring that out. There's also Kowloon in Boston.
Oh my gosh.
Suburban Boston. It's
Saugus.
in Saugus.
Swagus.
It's in like it's in Saugus. You gotta get
Saugus.
check it out there, dude. Yeah, you got it. It's good. But they are fantastic, and their food selections are outrageous. It's one of the 5 or 6 largest restaurants in America right now. It's absolutely amazing. They're very cool. You also have 2 Trader Vic's in the States right now. Atlanta and, of course, Emeryville, which is basically right there in Oakland. It's just fantastic. That location is just incredible. But we never been to Atlanta, but it looks fab.
Oh, I know.
And you know they're doing the oven and the food. Oh, wow. So
We've
this
both
is
separately
support
been
your
to
local tiki
Atlanta
bar.
on business, but
Mhm.
nope, haven't been to Trader Vic's.
But definitely. Mm-hmm. Oh, because the Jeff says Max's Southeast Hideaway is a great place to go. Well,
I have no doubt that that's
I
true.
do not doubt that at all, sir, and I would do that in a minute. Now, if somebody wants to finance that tour right now, you can't get there because you can't get in there.
But we can drive there. It's not that far.
You can't get in.
No, you can't get in, but I mean, like, when you can.
Hey, Bruce.
Hello. Would you like me to top you up,
I don't mind.
Buttercup?
Hey, Yolanda.
Hello.
Hey, Bonnie.
Wait. I don't know. A little bit more for the baby. Okay.
Well, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Exactly. Okay. I'm just saying.
We went from margaritas to beer garitas
All right.
because hey,
That's all right.
let's stretch it a little bit.
Dialing it down.
We're still on Cinco de Mayo.
But it is
Normally,
a Tuesday.
at this point in the year, bars are pushing tequila shots
is a
like
Tuesday.
mad, which we're not doing right now. But fantastic things are happening. If
You
you
got
can
the
do it.
hiccups.
I do too. Oh, jeez.
What happened?
I don't know. But Emily.
Trying to control my breathing. I have the hiccups.
Oh, definitely. Oh, Munich in September? Oh.
I've been to Munich.
I have not.
I never went to Trader Vic's, but I've been to Munich.
I have not.
Okay.
Fantastic things have been happening across the states for many years now and around the world. At the end of the day, we hear about some really cool places to have food and drink
Yes.
in Spain, in Germany, in France, in the UK, in Italy. Absolutely.
Italy?
Yep.
Did you just say Italy?
No, I did not.
I'm pretty sure you did.
No. And in the states formerly known as Yugoslavia, I don't know why I say that, and eastern places too. You go far east, Japan, China, South Korea, of just great things happening. You want to check that out? There's some really cool things happening. You can't do that right now, but if you take a look at the internet, you can find where people have been doing such things. It's kind of fun.
That's true.
Marcy says, pay close attention to opportunities for Maxis on the Ohana Virtual Silent Auction. Well, we'd be glad to do that.
Okay. We will do that.
Paula moves into Trader Vic's before she was into the Tiki. Ah.
I love that.
It's awesome.
Trader Vic's is a magical experience. It really is. As is the Mai Kai.
Mai Kai is a special place that I wish that Jeff would buy.
See, now it's getting cold.
Oh, yeah.
I'm such a wimp. I'm such a wimp about cold. I'm like, oh, it's below 60 degrees and cold.
But Jeff needs to win the Powerball first, so that's...
Well, I'm all for that.
I would I would support him winning the Powerball,
I'm in favor of that.
but I can't do that. So when I do that, I know where it's going.
Oh my gosh, do you hear that? It's buzzing again. That giant bee. That bee is big.
Bumblebee.
I'm excited about Thursday's live broadcast where we will be doing In Search of. That show is so cheesy, but I love it.
What do we do first? Crop circles, Bigfoot, UFOs.
The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. The Great Lakes Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle. Do you do...
Which triangle do you do
Take
first?
your pick. You want to go Stonehenge.
Okay,
Stonehenge.
you gotta have one drink that's the Great Lakes Triangle and
Yep.
one that's the Bermuda Triangle.
You have to bear this up sort of
The
thing.
Bermuda Triangle is like the glamour triangle that gets all the
Yeah.
attention. And the Great Lakes Triangle is the sort of triangle that people don't pay as much attention to.
Do we have any Canadian watchers watching? Because that sounds like a real diss.
I'm just calling it like I
I
see
think
it.
you want to redress that grievance right there. But definitely.
You can tell I'm not a nature girl because all these birds are flying over and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, all right.
Mm-hmm. We're still in spring. It's kind of cool. The insects haven't gotten completely crazy. And once they do, we have to modulate.
Well, we have to show part 2 and hopefully beyond. This is our backyard patio part 1. I'm hoping that there will be a part 2 and it will be better.
I think so.
I mean, for one thing, we have these witch hazel trees on the other side of our property that will fill in and you won't be able to see our neighbors. Nothing against them, but it's not a lot to look at. So
John simply says, I call this drink the Amelia Earhart. Have we done that yet?
no,
I'm not sure.
not yet, but look for it Thursday.
I will tell you, sir, we see very fewer jets passing overhead. And
Very fewer.
And we are actually proximate to the National Guard base up in Newburgh. So
Stewart
that's
Air
really
National Guard
surprising. I gotta say, it's interesting. There are not too many planes passing overhead. There's another situation which I could name, and I'm not going to name that right now. And we will name drinks after a lot of things. Amelia Earhart was a kind of a social media person in the 30s.
She was huge on Instagram.
She was huge on AM radio at the time, but she did it right. And I gotta say, I would dedicate a drink to her. Yeah, we've got to think about that. Mary says, beautiful dress. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Thank you.
seriously.
Thank you.
But definitely.
those birds are talking.
They kind of are.
I mean, like really, they almost sound like they're having a conversation. Which I'm sure they are, but I don't understand it.
It's like the dolphins. They are having a conversation.
They are.
You don't understand it?
No.
And
And they're just going to end up in our bedroom. There was a time the bird ended up in our bedroom. Bless you.
Thank you. Yep. It's still a little cool here.
We got the bird out of there
No.
alive and released it. It was cranky when we released it, but it was.
I'm not
was
going to kill a
alive.
bird. No.
Yeah. Our house apparently has a lot of holes in it. Bless.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, allergies.
I'm out here in the pollen, and I'm
You've got the
probably
allergies
suffering.
too. I've always had them, but now you've got them too.
Oh, wow.
Craziness.
So,
You don't want to make any loco mocos?
I don't have burger, so I can't do that.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He's signaling me that it's time to log off.
Well, we've been out here for a good solid hour, and we've contacted with some
Let's see how long
fantastic
we've been out
people.
here. An hour 10.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
We've shown you the
All right.
patio and the sun bubble. It's really looking great. And I want that to continue like
Well,
crazy.
I do
If that
too. I do
grows
too. Yeah.
tomatoes and peppers and herbs,
Yeah.
oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, like, it looks good now, but
Yeah.
hopefully that will continue.
It is not currently growing herb. You know what I mean? And because we don't do that. But it's growing great, great stuff. So,
But if you do, rock on.
no, I don't care.
Rock on.
Fantastic stuff is happening. I'm glad you could join us today. The sun is going down. It's going to get like really cold, and etc.
Yeah, okay, it's bright again. That's the thing with the outdoors. It's a hard.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Okay. So I will say, join us Thursday for an In Search of happy hour at 7 p.m. Eastern. We need to get busy creating drinks for that.
I think that, according to us, will kick ass because we take these crazy,
To
stupid
use
ideas
the technical term.
and have a lot of fun with them. And, like weird phenomena, I'm all over it. We'll make it happen.
Right. Is that it? Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Please celebrate
joining
the
us.
victory over the French in Mexico in the 1860s, where they were not wanted. And
I'm getting buzzed.
the existence
and
of
not
tequila
by the
and
booze.
mezcal in general,
Getting
which
buzzed by
is wanted.
bees.
Yep.
All right. So we will see you Thursday for In Search of. That should be entertaining.
Yep.
And thank you for being here. We love you.
Thank you for coming to watch.
Yes. So have a fabulous Cinco de Mayo. And we will
See you soon.